So today we are going to be jumping right into a topic because I'm feeling frustrated. And so I wanted to bring this topic while I'm in the energy of my own frustration because it is really important. And it's the number one thing that I see when working with couples over the last several years that is getting in the way of them having an amazing, intimate life together. So I have 3 tips that I'm going to be sharing to you today. And so welcome everybody that is coming on. It is so great to see you. Super pumped. All right. So I have 3 tips that I'm going to give to you today to help you to not give up too quickly, because the very first thing that I need you to understand is no matter where you're at in life, nothing is going to happen overnight for you. I don't care what it is that you're looking to improve, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your fitness, your health, your mindset, your emotional state, how you're reacting to things. Every single thing in your life is going to take time. And I know that we hate hearing that. I hate hearing that. I hate it. I hate it. One of the things that really used to make me upset is when my husband and I were in the middle of our 12 years of not having sex together. One of the things that I hated was how long God was taking to answer that prayer, because I was giving it to God like God wants us to. The advice I was getting from my pastor and from our counselor, because we did go to counseling during those 12 years, all the answers I was receiving was, it takes time. It's this overnight thing. It's not going to change. It's not going to improve overnight. And I used to hate that because I am a very impatient person by nature. If it is something that I can control, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to boop, boop, and I'm going to be like, yes, that's amazing. We did it. And I'm going to celebrate and the whole thing. But when it's something that's not in my control, oh my God, that is like the worst thing for me, because then I have to sit back and I have to practice patience, which I don't have most of the time. So today's topic is don't give up too quickly. Stop giving up too quickly, because I have seen when I have made the decision to not give up and to stay no matter what, to continue in my journey of better, whether it is with my relationship, with my health, with my mindset, all the different areas that I have gone on a journey to improve in my entire life. I have had to learn to stay still in the moment and allow God to work through the journey, through the process. And I've had to learn how to develop a no matter what mindset, which does not come natural for most humans. That is something that can be developed, but it is not something that comes natural. So here's the first tip that I have for you. And this is whether you're wanting to improve your relationship, attract your ultimate life partner. I don't care what goal you have, whatever you're focused on right now, whatever you're praying for, whatever goal that you're setting for yourself, whether it's business, life, success, money, I don't care what it is. Okay. You have to remember, success will never be an overnight thing. Never. And not only do you have to be okay with that, you have to go into whatever you're going into to focus on, whatever journey you're taking in the dating realm, improving your relationship. Like, I don't care what it is, okay? Whatever journey you're about to go on, you have to be okay and lean back and trust and have more faith that the goal that you're setting out to achieve, it's going to happen. Like, it is. It can't not happen if you are putting your ultimate everyday focus on it. It can't not happen. It will happen. It will happen. It will. You just have to understand that success is never an overnight thing. Then, once you reach that goal, whatever it is, if you're trying to improve your sex life, if you're trying to improve your health, like whatever it is, you can't go into a goal or an improvement in your life with the mindset of, oh, this is just going to happen like that. And then once you achieve it, you have to remember that once you achieve the thing, so let's say your sex life does improve. Let's say it improves like 5 or 10% more than it was in the last couple of months. Let's say you do start to see some improvement, which is great. Woohoo! Celebrate that, right? Celebrate any improvement. But we also have to remember that even though there's improvement, it doesn't always mean that hard is going to come back in. So this is why I'm always on social media explaining to you guys my personal journey, showing you everything that I've done, all the thoughts that I've ever had about my marriage, about my health, about my emotional state, how I handle things that come in that aren't fun, that don't feel good. I'm always sharing with you how it feels, because I don't ever want you to feel like you're alone in this journey, whatever your goal is, whether it's health or relationships, whatever. I never want you to feel alone in the hard. That's why I'm always saying that even though my husband and I have brought sex back in, and even though it's amazing, and even though we're now connecting on a greater scale, it doesn't mean that we never go back into a state of not connecting sexually as often as I would like. So I have to know in my own mind, and this is why it takes development. It takes intentional development every single day for me and for you to understand that even though there is improvement in life, that there is going to be a chance of it going backwards, reverting back to the hard times. So that's a part of life too, is, hey, like, I've achieved a health goal, but like, I've lost over 100 pounds. And for well over 10 years, I kept that off. Then COVID hit, and now I'm in perimenopause. And I might be going into menopause because there's some things that are going on and the flow hasn't happened. So maybe for me, this is going to be a new time of going into menopause. I don't know. I'll be keeping everybody posted on it. But I'm learning that during these new life things that can come in, it's an opportunity that God is giving to me to reevaluate my health goals and letting myself get to this place of, is this still my same goal? Is weight loss or weight maintenance still my goal? Is my outward appearance still the main focus as to why I show up to the gym, why I work out at home, why I still drink my ketones? Is that my same goal that it was, almost 12 years ago? So I've had these conversations with myself a lot, because now that I'm 50, the weight maintenance isn't as easy to keep off as it was in my 40s. So, understanding that I'm in this new phase of life, is my outward appearance still my main focus, or do I need to redevelop a new goal that goes better with the 50-year-old age? So for me, I'm like, okay, is my outward body my main focus, or is it how I'm feeling? How good can I feel with my energy? How good can I feel with my sleep? Is it health focused now? Is it focused more on avoiding cancers and avoiding heart disease? Because now that I'm going into my 50s, this is the time of life where for females, a lot of these different things can come up more often, like diabetes and like type 2 diabetes and heart disease and insomnia and all these different things, right? So for me, I am now changing my focus when it comes to health. So instead of outward focus, I have decided now that I'm 50 that while I would like to have this rock hard body like I was able to do when I first lost my weight 10 years ago, instead of staying focused on that, because I'm noticing that as I am still working out and eating healthy and all these different things, that it's harder for me to keep that outward body because my hormones are adjusting and going through this new period of perimenopause and possibly going into menopause. I don't like it, but it's part of what all of us ladies have to go through. So I'm now focusing on how good can I feel inside? How well can I keep my mindset focused on health instead of going to the mirror and being like, oh my God, your body does not look like how it did when you were like really doing well in your 40s. Now I'm focused on, okay, let's see how much I can love myself right now, while my body might not be exactly how I would like it, but I also am healthy. So when I go to the doctor, my blood work comes back really amazing. I'm sleeping amazing and I feel really good. Like I am enjoying going through this new phase because I have taken my focus off of a goal that was my goal in my 40s, but for me right now doesn't actually make sense with my health. So let me know in the chat if this is making sense. For you, is knowing and understanding how we need to readjust our goal as we age, especially with our health, and even with our sex life, with our libido, especially for females. So our libido changes as well as we age. So while you might have been able to have a lot of pleasure in your 20s and 30s and even into your 40s, as we get into the 50s, sometimes that can change because, again, our hormones are changing. Now, does that mean that we're never going to have as much pleasure as we did in our 20s and 30s? No. It just means now we have a little bit more work to do to bring in the pleasure, which you can do. I've been able to do this, and I've been able to learn and figure out my body where it is right now on how to still have that amazing drive for pleasure. It's incredible. So again, no matter what goal that you are having in your life, whether it's health, whether it's your sex life, whether you're trying to draw in a romantic partner, no success is overnight. And again, like I just explained, once you hit that goal, once you reach it, you're still needing to put in the same amount of effort that you did all the years that it took for you to get there, or months that it took for you to get there, to have now maintenance success. And then once you have that maintenance success, if you do happen to revert backwards for whatever reason, if money becomes a struggle again, if your relationship becomes a struggle again, if your drive, your libido becomes a struggle again, just understand that you can give yourself permission to alter the way that you got to that goal in the first place. Now you can alter it a little bit, figure out your body in the state that it's in, the age that it's in, the hormone journey that you're in, to then get to success again. So you're constantly having to reevaluate and go on that journey again to have that success. That's the part that I'm in right now, like I mentioned, especially with my health. So that's tip number one, is that success is never, ever, ever, ever overnight. And by the way, because you can get to this mindset and understanding, this is going to help you to not give up too quickly. I see way too many ladies giving up because they're not having results in the relationship, like within a matter of days after applying the strategies that I teach within my SEXify Her program. I'm like, ladies, this is not going to happen overnight. Just because you have all the amazing tools that my husband and I have used, to overcome those 12 years of having no sex, and now we're having sex again. So just because you have all the tools and you're applying them into your relationship, it doesn't mean that your husband is going to respond overnight either. Consistency is everything when it comes to our health and our relationships. Like, you have to every single day make it your mission to apply the strategies that are needed to get to the result that you're wanting. And you have to, again, not give up on yourself too quickly. You have to understand it's not an overnight success. All right, tip number 2 is you have to develop a no matter what mindset. No matter what. I'm putting in the efforts every single day, no matter what. No matter what, no matter how I feel, no matter if my husband and I got in a fight that day, no matter if my dog is being an asshole that day, which happens, no matter if my kids are being jerks, no matter what, I don't care what reason or excuse comes up. If this is your goal, if your relationship means what you say it means, and if you have a goal of staying together, and if you have a goal of never getting divorced, and if you have a goal of staying as close as you can emotionally so that sex is never taken off the table, you have to have this no matter what mindset, because there's no guarantee what's going to happen today or tomorrow or 2 months or 2 years from now. Like, what if? Okay, let's say you're married. Let's say that you're struggling in your sex life, and let's say you're really frustrated about it. And let's say that you've been working on it for months. You've read the books, you've gone to seminar, you've hired me as your sex coach, you've read my own published book, Why Doesn't My Husband Want Me? You've taken my SEXify Her program, you've invested your time, you've invested your money, you've invested. Now you're working on it, you're applying, you're taking action, you're doing all the things, but stuff still hasn't changed yet. Like, what are you going to do? If that's you, what are you going to do? Does that mean your relationship is over because things have not changed or improved yet? No. Now you can say goodbye and you can quit on yourself. You can quit on your marriage. You can quit on your health. You can choose to quit. That's taking the easy way out, though. It really is. If you quit anything in life, you are taking the easy way out. You are giving in to that microwave mentality that most of the world has. Do you want that microwave mentality? Do you want to live inside a quick fix type of mentality? No, you don't. You want long lasting results. Okay, so that means that you have to understand that nothing is an overnight success. Nothing that you are trying to do is an overnight success. And you have to go into any goal that you're creating in your life, whether it's money, health, love, sex, no matter what. I'm not giving up. I understand hard is going to come in, but this goal is way too important to me to give up now. I've invested too much of my time and money already to just give up that quickly. Okay. So that's tip number 2, is that you can't give up. You can't. If your relationship is this important to you, you cannot give up. And you also have to remember that you've made a commitment to God, in front of your family and friends, that no matter what, in sickness and in health, till death do you part. So you've made that commitment to yourself, to your mate, in front of God, in front of everybody. So how serious are you going to take that commitment that you've made to each other? My grandparents were married for 50 years. 50. 50. They grew old together. It was an incredible ride for me to watch them from a very young age and then be able to attend their 50-year anniversary. Do you know how amazing that was? That example that I had of my grandparents. And listen, their relationship was not perfect. As a matter of fact, there was sickness, there was temptation, there was moving across the world to different countries for missions, living to serve other people while still trying to keep their relationship together. There was pressures, there were hard times. All of their children went all kinds of different ways as they got older. There was drugs, there was living on the street, there was baby loss. I mean, there was a ton of stuff that my grandparents went through in their 50 years of marriage. Did they give up? No, they were an example to me and to many other couples that were going through hard times, to not give up, to have that no matter what mindset. So listen, there's going to be hard times. There is. That's life. Nothing in your life is going to be easy. And if you're looking for easy, seriously, if you're looking for easy, you might as well go live in a secluded area on top of a hill and never deal with people. And even that's not going to be easy, because then you're going to be lonely, because we were created for human connection, okay? So don't look for easy in anything, in any goal that you have in life. Never look for easy. It doesn't exist. It is a false thing that we are trying to look for. There's no easy button. There's nothing. Don't look for that, okay? Understand that any goal that you're going after, it's supposed to be challenging, because we learn so much through those challenges. We become stronger. We become stronger mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We are being developed. Do you understand that? In your human experience, you are being developed into a better person, into the person that God sees perfected and already in heaven, because he's accomplished everything that he saw in you before taking you out of this planet. So this is the process that you're supposed to be in. You're supposed to be in this right now. You're supposed to be in this. So look for the good in what you're going through every single day. And that's tip number 3, which is my last tip, is gratitude. Do you know how amazing that it is that we as human beings have the choice on whether to be happy or not every day? Whether to be thankful for what God has already done in our life every day. We have that choice every single day. That's on us. So if things are not happening in the timing that you thought that things should be happening, whether it's your banging body, banging relationship, banging sex life, I don't care what it is. If things are not happening in the timing that you thought, understand that you have the choice on how your attitude is around that situation. That's on you, okay? That's on me, that's on you, that's on people that are outside of you. So if your husband has a goal and he hasn't hit it yet and you see him being frustrated, that's on him to learn how to develop the tips that I'm sharing, that success isn't overnight, that you got to develop a no matter what mindset, that you have to learn how to be grateful even though that thing hasn't changed or come into the life yet. Okay, that's on us. Now, let me tell you what I love to do with my clients when they're working with me inside SEXify Her. I have a way of taking gratitude to another level that I have never heard anybody else talk about. And I know for a fact it's because I had to take my own gratitude to another level, because what experts were telling us to do on YouTube videos and even pastors and different things that I was listening to and books I was reading around gratitude, they weren't working for me on a long sustained feeling of gratitude. So it might have worked for like a couple of minutes while I was listening to an audiobook or reading a certain thing or reading a certain affirmation or a quote or whatever. Like I would have, oh, yes, I love that. Oh, thank you. So I felt the gratitude in that moment, but I wasn't able to take that moment and extend it so that I had a longer feeling of gratitude where it could last for hours or days or months until I saw what was missing in most gratitude practices. And that is a huge piece of what I bring to my Sexify Her clients, is this up-leveled way to take that gratitude and extend it so that you can continue to show up in your relationship with joy. And even though things haven't ultimately changed in your relationship, you can still feel that ultimate gratitude because of the way that I have taken this on such a deeper level. So if you are not a part of Sexify Her yet, in the comments, please let me know that you would like some information. So just comment the word info, and I will send over the program link so that you can see what Sexify Her will bring to you. Okay. Now, what clients are telling me that they've received from Sexify Her is a greater amount of confidence, a greater amount of body confidence. So they're able to show up loving on themselves more. They've been able to develop this amazing self-love practice that now when they're showing up at the gym and different places, that they're no longer looking to their husband or looking to another human being to make them feel confident about their body. They have learned to develop this within themselves so that they're not putting that pressure on another person to make them feel better about themselves. This is huge, especially in relationships. So a lot of ladies over the last several years of taking my Sexify Her program have told me that they have developed such an internal confidence about their body, their outward body, that they no longer are looking to their husband to fulfill that for them. So if their husband does happen to compliment, wow, you look hot today, that's more of an icing on the cake instead of them looking for it and desiring it so much that when it's not there, they're now feeling down about their body and they're feeling insecure. So I've been able to create this way to take away those insecurities and that need to look for that body confidence outside of yourself. Okay. Another thing that I hear all the time from, God, thousands of women that I've worked with over the last 10 years is that they have learned how to develop feeling sexual. So tapping into who they were created to be by God Himself on their sexual desires, what turns them on in the bedroom, how to be able to communicate that with the people that they love, and to no longer feel or have to worry about carrying any guilt or shame around what turns them on, and to have that confidence in their voice and their internal sexuality that they can now verbalize out to the person that they're in a relationship with, no longer worrying or caring that they might not approve or judge. They're staying within that true identity of themselves. That's another thing that women have said to me, wow, like your Sexify Her program has really given this to me. So if this is you and you could use just a couple of things like I said to you that my clients have received over the last 10 years, please in the comments just type the word info and I'd be happy to get you the program link. I have so many women that have received results like that over the last 10 years. And I would love and feel honored to be able to bring that to you as well. Another thing that I have learned and have received from women that I've worked with is not only have I been able to use the blueprint, the strategies of bringing sex back into my own personal relationship. Because again, remember, we were sexless, no sex for marriage, like while we were married for 12 years. So inside Sexify Her, I also have some amazing tools and strategies on how to bring intimacy, emotional closeness, and physical closeness back into your relationship so that you're no longer feeling tempted to go outside your marriage. You're no longer tempted to have these open sex relationships or to get divorced or anything like that that is a temptation because you're just not feeling sexually satisfied. And listen, God desires all of us to be sexually satisfied, to have abundance in the bedroom. So if that's not something that you're experiencing, Sexify Her can and will give that to you. All right. So, those are my 3 tips. I hope that you have enjoyed today's live. I plan to come back and do another live within the next couple of days. If you have a topic that you would like me to discuss based on where you are at in your life, please feel free to comment underneath this video. And I would be happy to put something together just for you to help you to get to that next level in your life for where you're needing and wanting to go. So thank you so much. I appreciate every single thing that you have said here in the chat, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.